Welcome to Moreton Corbet Castle, a 12th century and 16th century ruin in the village of Moreton Corbet in central Shropshire. Now this castle has got several stages of construction involved with it, and the oldest section is that bit right there, the old tower. Now that tower used to be part of the old medieval keep and dates back to around about 1200. Similar in age is the old medieval gatehouse, which was heavily renovated but still retained its old status as the gatehouse and main entrance to the castle. A few other nice wonderful features here. We've got the range that was built over there that has the fireplaces, upper and lower floors, you can probably see them, plus those two little doors are actually the latrines as well. Nice and convenient next to the warm fireplace. Over this side would have been the kitchens and some of the other residents' accommodation. So although we do have these wonderful old medieval sections to the castle, it was in 1560 that the owner of the castle, Sir Andrew Corbet, decided to do some extensive renovation works and turned it into this fantastic Tudor mansion. Behind me is the Tudor section of the castle. It started to be constructed in 1560 by Andrew Corbet. It was then passed on through inheritance to Robert Corbet, who carried on the constructions. And then when he died in 1578, it passed on to his brothers Richard and Vincent, who continued constructing this fantastic piece of Tudor architecture behind me. You can see inside there's the Tudor brickwork. There's these wonderful windows. You can see the places where the fireplaces and the floors used to be for the building. And on the exterior, you've also got this wonderfully faced stone with some fantastic carvings that were influenced from Robert's travels on the continent. As a side note, the geologist in me loves the fact that most of the stone comes from local Grinshill and comes from the Helsby and Tarporley sandstone formations, making it early Triassic in age. Because this is part of one of the extensions that was built in the 1560s and 1570s. And it just shows this fantastic, wonderful stone architecture with the Tudor brickwork behind it as part of the structure. So you're essentially getting this stone facade on top of the Tudor brickwork. And it's a beautiful, beautiful relic with wonderful carvings on the wall, just wonderful little symbols. There would have been a steeply angled slate covered roof on top of it as well that would have been hidden by the gables that you can just see up there. And it's just this fantastic little ruin right in the centre of Shropshire. Now, Moreton Corbet Castle was damaged during the Civil War as the Corbets sided with the king, and there were several skirmishes in the area that resulted in some damage to the building. And the building was repaired and continued to be used as a residence for the Corbet family up until the 18th century, when they finally moved on. The castle itself is still owned by the Corbet family, but the castle and its grounds are managed and maintained by English Heritage. As a brief look at Moreton Corbet Castle.